I would like to say I'm actually impressed with everything so far the Tribe Link team is doing. And then I was very surprised to hear that they're actually doing this for free, which is very, very, I don't know how to describe it, but then it's not something that should be taken for granted, right? My current role, the course I offered was also free. So you should know how important courses can be. There's not the fact that they are free don't mean that they don't provide any valuable insights. So that is it. Okay, so thank you very much, Traveling Team, for this opportunity and also for trying to empower young minds at no cost. Right. So I'm actually honored to be here. I'm Kobisefa Solomon, as the card says, and then I'm a software engineer at the Ghana Limited. And I don't think there is much more to talk about with me, but if you ever feel like there is a need, think Tribe Link team will share my portfolio or my social links with you so that makes it easy for you to be able to reach out. So can I talk or this is just introduction? Can I continue? Okay, okay. So I would like to first talk about, as I said earlier, I'm very thrilled to welcome everyone to the Skill Up Bootcamp onboarding section. And then just a few years ago, I don't know where you are, sitting down with my phone, with my laptop, right where you are right now, very eager and a bit intimidated, of course. Sometimes get difficult to try and change career path, especially for someone with no pro knowledge in programming. And then I was wondering if I could ever build something that mattered. And here I am. And this being here itself is just an honor, right? So I want to talk to you guys about, I want to share how my small steps, my great, and then my community transformed me in this tech journey. I think, when was that? I think that was 2023. The years come by so fast, boy. So it's just the earlier you start, the better. There is no other good time than now. So let me first talk a bit about myself. As I said earlier, when I started, I had no idea on where to start, how to start, and a friend recommended me um, a course. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it here, but and then I spent hours watching tutorials, joining along, reading docs, attempting basic exercises. And for those with knowledge already in it, last 2 years ago, 2023, mid-year, so think it's not even fully 2 years. I didn't even know how to print Hello World. And today here I am, right? So I think that I'll try my best to make it as practical as possible. Okay. And yep, think that's the best I can do. I would like to share my entire tech journey and how I've gotten where I am, and then I'll make it as practical as possible. That if you take the same route, you are sure that you are going to come to a successful. And I actually think I'm successful. I'm doing what I love. I'm being paid for it, so it's good for me to see I'm successful, and then for you to also come to a successful end like myself, right? So the first thing I would like to talk about practical tips is embracing curiosity. And I hope you have your pens and then your book with you because you might want to take note of these things. So embracing curiosity, right? So the thing with tech is all about curiosity and passion. If you combine these two things together, there is nothing that can stop you. Being able to combine curiosity and passion will lead you in the long run, right? So what I did was, and I think naturally I'm a curious person, right? I always want to find out why things work and how they are working, right? So it goes a long way to solidify your knowledge, right? So you want to know why things work, and then I mean most people would think that if you are smart, yeah, I need to be smart enough to be able to get into tech. I need to be intelligent, and then my practical steps don't even involve you being smart. It's just practical steps like embracing curiosity because the more you wish to know, the more you actually get to know, right? So that is it. Just be curious about how things work. And it goes a long run. I mean, at the basics, you feel like it's just me. I'm being curious. your inquisition will go a long way towards help you out, and that's one of the things that helped me. I think when I started with my cohort, were a lot, and one of the few things that made me last, I think, for about within 3 months, almost half of us have had already dropped out, and we're really a lot. About I don't remember, but I think we're a lot, well, even more than 10,000, I think. And then we in 3 months' time, most people are drop out, right? And then the second practical thing, sorry if I'm going a bit too fast. I would like to be snappy as much as possible. And then also, can I confirm if I'm still audible?
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
Okay, great. And then the second thing that helped me was building in public, right? So I think for those who know me, one thing I'm very good at is building in public, right? I like to share the things I'm building, the things I'm learning. And one of the best things that will take you far. Let me state this again. These things are practical, they work, right? And then you should know it because I'm not even trying to sell you anything. That is enough. I'm not even trying to say anything, so I don't have any gain or motive to convince you, right? It's just from a genuine place and I'm sharing it. So this is how it goes. I grew my Twitter account and a lot of other accounts I have by just building in public and learning in public. So if you go to Twitter and then you search something like building in public, you're likely to see my name because that's just what I was doing, right? You start a simple project, a simple calculator, you share it, the problems you encountered, you know them down. If someone sees it and they're like, oh, Joy, I see you building this calculator project. May I know why you decided to use maybe like something like radic function in C? And the person, then you give your reasons, I this and this, and then they'll give you, oh, you could have actually done it better with this. You could have used this to store, and then that's the best way you can learn, right? That's the best. It's like you're literally learning for free. And then one thing I like about humanity is if you go to my portfolio, I have this thing called Ubuntu. I am because you are, and it's basically like humans as we are naturally good helpers when it comes to learning. And that's one thing about the tech space. People love it. Everybody is open to teach you if only you are willing to learn. So the more you send yourself out there, there are lots of people that are ready to teach you, right? Everything you need to know. And that's one of the things that helped me. I met a lot of people that I don't have my time to mention their names, but they were of great help, right? So you post something, people come through and they are giving you feedback, and that is the best way, right? So I am actually self-taught. Aside the course, I was learning things by myself, and then I enjoyed peer learning. And what that basically means is that I gather some friends, we learn together, we share ideas. The best way to learn is to teach, and there is no other secret to it. The more you teach, the more you know, right? If you feel like you know more, so you like to keep it to yourself, and that is all you ever be, right? So the more you teach, the more you know. So building in public is a way of teaching and learning the public, and then everybody will be willing to support you. And the third thing I would like to talk about is network authentically, right? Networking. It was of really great help to me, and I might not be able to say that the current job I'm doing was as a result of networking, but I can say that I'm able to help people to land jobs because of networking, right? I have a lot of people in my tech space because I was ready to reach out first. And I think most people who met me was just because I reached out. Hi guys, I'm Solomon, and then I'm learning this, and I would like to connect with you. We can share ideas, build projects together, and that is it. As simple as that. So I had a draft, and then I'll send it to people, and that's one of the things that helped me. Right? It should be a personalized message about something you desire, something of which you both share similar interest in, because people like to talk about the things they actually like and enjoy. So if you hit someone and then let's say the person is into tech and then you're all talking about something like, I don't know the example to use, but let me say banking, right? They are likely to lose interest because it's not in their field of interest, right? So people respond when you show real interest. It's like you meet, I don't know how it is in Nigeria, but then it's like you meet a girl and then you want to hold them, and then they are more likely to respond if it's of thought, it's of interest. Mind you, you are the one who needs the networking more than anyone else. And then even up to date, after all my followers, after all my friends, after everything, I still reach out first to network because I know what I need and I know I'm going to get it from you. So that is how it works. Network, and then once again, these are not theoretical, right? They are habits that shaped my career, right? From ground up. The habits that shaped my career. And so I think everything that I would like to say sum up to this. And I mean, of course, there are some things I can't go without saying, but then everything I would say sums up to this. So I just remembered something. I would share my progress. I joined the 100 days of code challenge, and I'll share my progress on my status. I'll share it on my Twitter, my LinkedIn, and people will be like, I mean, it's like whenever you start to do something, you get a lot of questions. People don't understand why you're doing it, why you're doing this, why you're posting this. And the thing is with people is what they don't understand, they criticize a lot. So in your starting, you might get a lot of feedback, like, bro, what are you posting? What is this 100 days about? Delete it, you're making noise. But you know what you want, right? At the end of the day, it will all start to make sense, right? And Steve Jobs once said, you can only connect the dots looking backwards. It's only going to make sense when you're actually achieving the result. Don't listen to critics. Don't give in to them. You know what you want and you know how to get it, right? Of course, I can't talk about all of this without talking about mindset and consistency, right? So it's also one of the foundations, the basics, right? Because if someone is going to continue the bargain, if someone is going to continue working, actually what will determine that is their mindset. Bro, I had like a strong mindset. It's difficult for you to bring me down, right? Oh, what are you doing? You don't even have a degree. You don't have this. You are learning it. This course will not send you anywhere. And that was a mindset I had. It's a great mindset, right? It's growth. It's growth mindset. It's not fixed. I'm willing to learn. I'm ready to listen to critics and then give in feedback if it is needed and then improve myself. I'm able to assess myself and I'm naturally self-aware, right? That is a mindset you also need because if you don't have these mindsets, the third journey is just going to be like it's going to be hard for you, bro. You are going to give up. I'll not lie to you, it's not easy. It has never been easy for me, right? It has never been easy for me. Coding 365 days, it had never been easy for me, right? Started with a lot of people in my team. We learned a lot. Most people gave up, right? So have that growth mindset and great. I think I'll find the tech talk and I'll share it if possible. And then I hope the Trev link will share it with you guys. So there are some days you will feel stuck. On those days, you just have to remind yourself that failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. That was Winston Churchill in 1947. I would like to say it again. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that count, right? So consistency wins, right? Coding one hour a day is better than cramming up before deadline, right? I mean, way back in school, we had a lot of friends like that. They are not consistent like daily learning 15 minutes a day. They rather wait last minute association. They rather wait when it's 1 hour, then they learn everything all together, right? That's how tech space works, right? There is always new things daily that you are learning. If you try to make it that way too, you fail, right? So the mindset, have the mindset, be consistent with it, be consistent with it, know where you want to go, and then follow that path, right? So we have something called roadmaps. You can lay it down. Let's say you want to be a front end dev, you can search. I mean, in the age of AI, these things have become easy. Search, how do I become a front end dev? Give me a roadmap, and it's going to give you a roadmap. Learn this after this, learn this after this, and it's that simple to get into tech, right? So I would also like to mention, let me talk about some last two things, and I think I'll be able to hand the microphone over. So leverage community, right? Leverage community. And I would like to repeat it again. All these things I'm saying are practical, they are not theoretical, they help me very much. What do I mean by saying leveraging community? During your 5 weeks here, right? Form steady pairs, right? Small steady pairs, small groups, share your code, ask for review, and offer help to the help others to the back, right? So it's not just about you. If you want to get if you want to get far, you go with people. I mean, it's fine if you want to get fast and you go alone, but that's not how it works in the tech space, right? Leverage community. One of the best ways that I would always say that I always learn things faster was that I was ready to help, I was ready to assist, I was ready to teach, I was ready to help others the back. Sometimes you are asleep, and then 11 p.m. people are calling you, "Hi, Kobe, I need this," and then it's like you know what you're going to get from helping them because in the course of learn and teaching, you're also learning something new, right? and it's just fascinating when you do this, right? I found my first mentor by commenting on their project. I mean, we had a lot of mentors, and one of the ways I found, and he's been one of the best mentors to me because I reached out to him, he was posting something, I commented, and then together, is I mean, looking at him in my DMs like this sometimes it's surprising because there was a time I just looked up at him like far away, and I'm like, when am I ever going to be like him? And then today I have him. We talk a lot. We crack jokes. We laugh, and that's one of the best things you can do for yourself, right? I think the Nigerians have a term: "Follow who no road." That's it. Follow who no road. This road that we are on in the tech journey, you have to follow someone, right? You can't go alone. They cut a lot of the learning process for you, right? They cut a lot. So you're someone you can just go up to and then be like, "Hi, Kobe, I want to do this. What do you think? How is the market of this like?" And then even as today, I have a lot of people that I'm still mentoring because they read out to me once, and um we form unbreakable bonds and areas so together. We learn every day, we laugh about. So that's one thing I also want to take note. Leveraging community, the people around you, connecting. Don't be shy about it, right? There are some places that you have to go that will need that you meet other people, right? You don't want to explore the world by just being in a room. Form a lot of connections, a lot of community, a lot of networking, and you get there. At the start, it will feel like a pain, hectic, but in the end, it actually makes sense. You can only connect the dots looking backwards. Okay, so in 5 weeks, you could have a portfolio project that stands out. I don't know about mine, but maybe it can be nicer than mine. A dynamic web page or just a simple API connecting to your works. So imagine showing that to a recruiter and hearing them say, "That is exactly what we need," right? You reach out like, "Hi guys, so I built this. I feel like you being a restaurant and all, you actually need a restaurant management system." And you present it to them like, "Whoa, bro, this is crazy. I don't think 5 weeks is too short." I went from zero to hero in just, I think I got my first gig, is it 9 or 10 months in tech, right? And I'm very sure if I wanted it to be earlier, I could have, right? And then I made my first 10K in just 10. That's like a lot for a student who is just sharing his ideas, and the person read out to me because I was sharing what I do, right? So build something, explore, be curious, learn. Don't be afraid to fail, right? It's a step to success. It's a step to progress. Embrace your failure, learn from it, move on. Don't be shy. Do the hard stuff, right? So I would I would I would be very happy to talk more, but I think I would also have to leave the floor for other people to also speak. And then I mean, if you want to reach out to me, there is a lot of ways you can reach out to me, and I'll leave that for Tribe Link team to share it with you. So remember, everyone have started from zero. Everyone, right? Everyone started from zero. What sets you apart isn't an innate talent. It's not something you are born with. I was born naturally to be a programmer. Yay! And if you feel like that is it, you are good to go. No, that is not it. It's more than that. It's a decision. It's not about having the talent, being smart. It's to keep going amidst all the troubles that comes with it, the hardship. That is what's going to set you apart. And I can even say that I have additional speaker life experience, and I can't even fake that. So lessons of failure. Let me take that once again. Bill Gates, he said it's fine to celebrate success, right? But it's more important to hit the lessons of failure. Every failure comes with a lesson. And if you're not learning, you are failing, right? If you are not learning, you are failing. So button, and in order for you to realize it is not rocket science. And I know I stand here today talking like I'm all I have it all figured out. But like, bro, I still go to Google and search how to insert a link list. I mean, that's just life. It's a process of learning. You learn every day, learn every day. But me, I just keep on learning. Yeah, so celebrate each small win. The first step you've taken to be here is a great fit for you. If I were to be you, I would just I would just kind of note down today's date, right? And then try and track my progress, because the best decision I ever made aside accepting Christ was actually starting on this tech journey. Let's make these 5 weeks transformative. Together we can turn uncertainty into achievement. So thank you. And then I can't wait to see what you build, and I'll be willing to review it in case you share. Thank you.